You expect me this evening to say, turn to page. Well, honoring of what you've done. The 15 days you've spent here is really the accumulation of many other trainings and many other experiences that you had. Some of you for months, some of you for years, some of you for decades. When you learned NLP, when you maybe became an NLP practitioner, master practitioner, when you learned APG, when you went through the coaching track and ACMC. So many other trainings, many other places, many other countries brings you to this place. For 15 days, you have been working on the particular skills of standing in front of an audience and speaking about important things. We call it neurosemantics. People ask me, what's neurosemantics? And I say it's the meanings that you create in your neurology with your neurology. The meanings that create your experiences. The meanings that determine the quality of your life. If they are still there, they say, why is that important? If they're still there after the what. They ask, why is that important? Well, the quality of your life is a function of the quality of your meanings. And if you are the meaning maker who creates understandings, ideas, beliefs, mental maps, to map out the meanings of something, then you're in charge of the quality of your life, the quality of your experiences. So you've been learning neurosemantics and have become neurosemanticists because in your hands, you have the ability to give people the keys to enhancing the quality of their lives. For most people, that's a change. For some people, it's a transformation. Whether change or transformation, it is the unleashing of potentials. We believe in people's potentials. We believe that everybody you meet has more potentials than they're showing right now. We are the men and the women of the future. We look at someone, potentials. Much more potential than the behavior they're giving us. And we also believe that behind that behavior is some positive intention, whether they're fulfilling it or not. And so you've come here for these 15 days to train your skills, to unleash your potentials. And it's just the beginning of a journey. For David, for Jermaine, for myself, it's been a real privilege and an honor to be a part of your journey to becoming highly qualified and professional trainers, speakers, presenters. The journey has just started, and it doesn't end tonight. This just ends the beginning of what we started 15 days ago. So tomorrow, as you go home, or the next day, and you go home, I hope it's a new and different person. I hope it's been transformative for you, that you've become more, because effective coaching training comes through you. It's not about you, but it's through you. And being the vessel that you can be, the presenter that you can be, is what we dream about here. So tonight we honor you. In just a moment, David will speak, and then Jermaine will speak. And after that, we want to honor our team leaders of Team 2. And after that, each of the team leaders will be inviting you to stand right where I'm standing, and to give your neurosemantic commitment. And you have 1 minute. We're timing your commitment. And then you'll sit down, and the next person will get called up. You'll sit down, next person will get called up, you'll sit down. When the whole team has been called up and you presented, we'll have the whole team come up. We'll take a group picture of that team. We'll do that round by round. And so welcome to your graduation.
It's great to be here. I feel it like I am in my own family. I want to share something very personal with you. Long time ago, perhaps more than 20 years ago, I started having a feeling that the life that I was knowing at that time, it was not enough. It was not complete. I started having the feeling that perhaps there was something much more bigger and bigger. But at that time, I didn't know what it was. So I started looking for it. And when I found NLP, I thought, this is what I was looking for. And some years later, when I found neurosemantics, I thought, no, this is what I was waiting for, what I was looking for. And I started using the materials, using the tools, changing my own life, transforming my own life, and starting to transform the life of the people around me. But even though I found something really, really significant for my life and for the life of the people around me, I still was having a feeling of something, I'm missing something. You know what I was missing? The purpose of my life. I knew it was there in the back of my mind, but I was not aware of it. So many years later, I had an experience, two experiences, one in one day, the other the days after. The first experience was in a party. Family, relatives, and some friends. And then a guy approached me. I guess he knew that I was the coach, and he asked me for help. And he told me, I have this kind of problems, can you help me? So he started telling me his situation, and I noticed that he was suffering, really suffering. And it was just because he was thinking about suffering. He was just creating his own suffering. I noticed that the first 5 minutes I was speaking with him. So I helped him, and he was very thankful. But then I started having a conversation with myself, and I said, what's going on in the world? So the next day, I remember that moment because I was in my room. My room is on the third floor. It was raining outside. So I was looking at the window. The street was there. It was raining. And then I saw a family coming, walking. It was this guy with his wife, and I saw that they were fighting. They were having a discussion. And it was a little girl, like 4 years old, more or less. This little girl was behind them. They were walking through the street, and then she approached his dad, tried to hug him. She hugged his leg. And he was so mad that he just pushed her, and she fell down in the street where it was raining. And she did the same again. And he did the same. And I thought at a moment, what's going wrong with human beings? It's not possible. That day and that moment, I discovered what's my purpose of life. I came to this world to change it. I don't know if it's going to be possible. For sure it's not. But I'll do my effort. Join me. Please join me to the same dream, to the same purpose. Let's change the world together. We deserve it. We really deserve it. The planet deserves it. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I will bring a great story from David. Emotional, touching, our mission in neurosemantics. Big, isn't it? Very, very big. And because I also wanted to tell a story. So it's story time today. And it's a story about me as a person I never really talked about. As David, I started by doing some NLP, about NLP. I found it fascinating. And after a while, something was missing. It wasn't enough. Because I have in my home two people who are different. That's true. And I couldn't communicate with them. It was impossible. And I was looking to find something. How can I enter into their world? How can I do it? And I couldn't figure it out. It was impossible. So then in 1999, I just found someone, certain Mr. Hall, Michael Hall, Dr. Michael Hall. I read what he was writing and I said, maybe this will be something that I can take on and help me to get in communication with my children. I wasn't able to do that until that time. And then I started traveling and doing a lot of trainings. And you know, today I'm going to not make it too long or emotional. I want to make a feast of it. Today, I have that communication with my children. I can meet them where they are. I know how to do it. And they learned it. They applied it. They grew until beautiful adults, because my children are adults. They have work, Everybody said, put it in an institute, that's just trash. And I said, no. So now, they are fantastic. People are really looking up to them, and communities are coming to them to know, how did you do that? And I tell them about nursemastics. The thing is that I, as Jermaine, always put first my family and second business. Because if I hadn't do that, I wouldn't have the same results. Because people who are really different in their heads, don't think like us, don't react like us, they need special care. And I gave that to them. And now they are fans of nursing ethics. They even talk about nursing ethics. They say how to do it. And I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I put my children before everything. But this year, for me, it's different. For this year, I can let it go. And I want to thank my team for that. You really helped me to make a decision. And you guys, you have been fantastic for me. Everyone, without exception. I have seen in you people with a vision. I have heard your hearts day after day after day. You are a group that is really different from all the groups that I have been seeing. I think the vision is really in your eyes and in your heart. And those of you who have already been doing things, who are visiting, I'm so proud of you. You have been doing so many things already. And those of you who are new, I heard your plans. I heard your visions. I heard your fantasies, your courage, the way that you want to go for it. I have the institute, I work on the website of the institute. I try to send out emails. I make commitments with Pascal. I make commitments with Jason to make something of Europe, to change Europe, to bring the vision to Europe. And I want to do it with you all, without exception. Because that's what we need. We need each other to keep up the vision, to keep up the energy, to just do it, isn't it? And as children who are different and trash, can do it, then the world can do it.
You may not know that she raised 2 autistic children. Learn more about autism than most people ever will find out in a book. And she made it work for years. Searching. Blind. Autistic and blind. So you never know the stories behind the people standing before you. All night. No religion to imagine all the people living life with you. You may I hope someday you're and the world will be one. Three of us got the opportunity to do the co-training together this past 2 weeks. We always do it as co-training. Usually we have more than just three. Because we usually have more than three, we have other people leading teams, and this year we didn't have some of the other ones that we expected, so I made a call to Pascal and to Jason and said, we need help. I said, can you help us? And they immediately sent back an email and said, yes. Later, Pascal found out that it was more than he expected. So it is really an honor for both Jason and Pascal to be recognized and honored with a certificate as a part of the ASSIST team that enabled this to happen. So Pascal, Jason, come on up. Congratulations. Thank you so much for leading a team. And after the hugs. So Jason, a certificate as an NST team member, and Pascal as a team member of this team. It would not have happened without you. Thank you for every morning being here early and helping us put the things together. Thank you every evening at dinner time, working still on putting things together and making things smooth. And thank you for, like today, helping us to reorganize things and the sweat of the blood that you put into it. So a big thank you for our team leaders. So in just a moment, we'll hear more from them. So Team 2 will be coming up here in just a little bit. We're going to let Jermaine, team leader of team number 1.
I'm going to do a quick Adrian. So, Adrian, it's time for your 1-minute commission to neurosemantics.
Thank you very much, everyone. My commitment for neurosemantics is to keep growing, to help others grow. I am sower of changes, and I'm ready to go and change and keep on making changes in people. Thank you very much.
Karen, talk.
My neurosemantics commitment is to walk the talk, to be congruent, to be authentic, to hold myself to the highest standards so that I impact my own life, the life of my children, and my world.
Romulo. Your 1-minute glory.
Wow. Well, my neurosemantics commitment is to be congruent. As a meaning maker, my commitment is to create the best meanings I can. and use these meanings to help people to create their meanings in a congruent way. That's it.
Yes.
My neuroscientics commitment is to become a proficient salesperson so many other people can enjoy this marvelous lifestyle of neuroscientics. Oh, and also getting some stuff together, internal stuff together too. So this human being can live a happier life and help better other people living much happier lives.
Começar. Começar. Thank you. The journey has begun for me. If NLP can be so impactful to me as a person, I want to transfer the same tools to others. And this is the commitment I make. Thank you. Oh, okay.
So that's hers.
So let's go to Richard before. Let's go to Richard before. Richard. Richard.
Hi. My neurosynaptic commitment is to, well, 7 years ago I began to apply these techniques to myself and to my family, and that journey never seems to stop. So I will continue to apply to myself all these techniques and models and thinking styles and help my family. Yeah, that's my.
Team one. You want to make it photo?
That's what I found. I'm sorry.
So, photo. Is that?
That's what getting famous looks like.
Two.
Vasco, come on.
That's right.
And so we'd like to call up Francisco.
Okay, it's been a great pleasure to share with all of you these last 2 weeks. My commitment to neurosemantics will be continue to apply the tools to myself, my family, and to integrate the tools into my my other passion, that is the biology, the work that I do, part of my day job. Thank you very much.
You're on.
No questions, please.
No questions. My neurosemantics commitment is to apply yourself first. To teach my family, so as a family together, we can have a better life. I want to change the world. So as you, but I understand that first I have to change my family. And after I do that, and with the help of God, I will use all the tools that I have to help others with love and care. And that's my commitment. Thank you very much.
Nadia.
My commitment is with me. Take care of my health so I can share everything I know with the people who need to take care of their health too.
Ines.
My neurosemantic commitment is to apply the principles in myself, starting by permitting myself to feel, and so that I will be able to induce states, because then I know what I feel. So first thing, the commitment is to myself, permit myself to feel.
Salvador.
Okay, 1 minute to express my commitment. And for how long I can keep this commitment? And I make a commitment about this commitment, and I wanted to last it for all my life. Being a living neurosemantics. First things first. Second, my family. And this beautiful, that I imagine right now, girl coming in 3 months into my life. And that will be the perfect opportunity to bring that powerful information to her, to my parents, to my sisters, to my brothers, and to my fellows around, and to start promoting neurosemantics in Chicago and all over where God wants me to be. Thank you very much. That's my commitment.
Jason.
Thank you, Pascal. So my neurosemantics commitment is to step up to be more of a leader, and starting with self-leadership, being a leader of myself, and from there to become a leader to others in terms of actualizing my highest potential so I can help others to actualize theirs. So my neurosemantic commitment is to contribute to the community at least one piece of content, something every single month for this year coming up. So thank you.
And Pascal.
My commitment is to myself, applied to myself, also my family. Also committed to the Institute where Jason is. Working with him will help lead the Institute in the US. But most of all, to help the community, to connect with people, and to support neurosemantic as it grows.
So team picture for team two.
Oh, picture.
Yeah, picture.
Les voy a... Y ellos bailan así. Okay, now it's time for team 3. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to speak like 10 words and then let Adrian to translate and then again. So it makes it understandable. Lo digo en español. Hablen unas 10 palabras para que se paran y luego Adrián pueda traducir para que no esté hablando al mismo tiempo. ¿Ok? Voy a llamar a Maritza Córdoba.
Mi compromiso neurosemántico
My commitment, neurosemantics commitment,
es desarrollar en mí las habilidades de liderazgo.
is to develop the abilities of leadership.
Y como eso es muy global,
And as that is very global,
quiero empezar y he empezado por la congruencia.
I want to start, and I have started with congruence.
Quiero que los demás vean en mí aquellos quieren vivir lo que ellos quisieran vivir en su vida.
I want the others to see what they want to live in their lives.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Verónica Sánchez Torres.
Mi compromiso con la neurosemántica
My
es
neurosemantics commitment is
ser congruente. Ya lo he estado siendo en varias áreas de mi vida,
to be
pero aún hay
congruent.
áreas que no, por ejemplo, mi físico, mi salud.
I want to be congruent. And I
Así
want to
que me
start.
comprometo a ello. También a llevarlo a la otra parte de mi familia, a quien no ha llegado aún.
I want to be congruent, and I want to show it beginning with myself in health, for example, so that the others can learn. And I want to start with my family.
Y también llevarla a los ambientes a donde soy líder o influencio.
And I want to take neurosemantics to the places where I lead and I have influence.
Llevar neurosemántica al aprendizaje de la arquitectura.
I want to take neurosemantics to the field of architecture.
A la venta inmobiliaria, a los ambientes, al ambiente inmobiliario.
to this environment of selling houses, etc.
Y mi interés es llevarlo a los lugares que me sean posibles en Chiapas.
And take neurosemantics in Chiapas, where I can be.
En el sur de México
In the south of Mexico
y en Centroamérica.
and Central America.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Guillermina Coronado.
Mi compromiso neurosemántico
My commitment in neurosemantics
está primero conmigo.
is first with me.
Desarrollar mis potenciales,
Developing my potentials,
aplicando
applying
todo lo que ahora he aprendido.
all that I have learned.
Y como las grandes cosas empiezan por algo pequeño,
And as all big things start in small things,
lo que haré cada día será
what I will be doing every day is
estar atenta a mis marcos
to be attentive to my friends.
y dar un paso atrás
I can step back
cada vez que me encuentre a nuevos retos.
every time I have a challenge.
Los quiero a todos. Los llevo en mi corazón. Gracias.
I love you all.
Paulo Bach.
Shoulders, minds, and hearts of
Hombros, cabeza.
giants give us this legacy. And Michael Hall put it in a way we can effectively help people. Effectively help people be what they can be. Make a reference school in Brazil to develop leaders in this area and take care of them. Like, for example, Mateus, be like a father, taking care of them, helping them to be leaders to others. That's my commitment.
Verónica Corso.
Mi compromiso con la neurosemántica
My commitment in neurosemantics
será continuar
is to continue
con el autocrecimiento
with self-growth
y permanecer disponible
and to be available
para mi familia,
for my family,
para mis amigos,
for my friends,
para cualquiera que lo necesite.
for anyone who is in need.
Y asumir el liderazgo que pueda tener
And take leadership
para hacer comunidad también
to create community
en neurosemántica.
in neurosemantics.
Cuenten conmigo.
Count on me.
Cristian Galán.
Sorry, Christian Bauer.
Mi compromiso con la neurosemántica
My commitment with neurosemantics
inicia conmigo,
starts with me.
en ser mayormente congruente
To be congruent
en la vida que estoy realizando.
in my life.
Segundo, difundirlo
I want to
en mi ciudad,
in my city,
en Sudamérica,
in South America,
pero en el lugar mucho más importante,
or in the most important place,
en las escuelas,
in schools,
y seguir practicando con mis hijas
and continue practicing with my children
para que sean grandes mujeres en la vida
so that they grow as great
y se
women.
pueda
And it can be possible
replicar en todos los niños que
to
podamos
be
alcanzar.
repeated in all the children.
De esa manera me uno a David a cambiar el mundo.
In
Gracias.
this way, I join David to change the world.
And the most beautiful lady of the team, number 3, Sagi Laguna.
Mi compromiso con neurosemántica
My
ya había
commitment
empezado.
to Neurosemantics had started.
Empezó por mí,
It started with me,
luego lo llevé a casa
then I took it
con mis
home
hijos.
with my children.
Ahora me comprometo
Now
a
my
poner
commitment
más mi corazón
is to put
para que muchas más familias y personas
family,
puedan hacer cambios importantes
can
puedan-
make important changes,
y puedan ser los mejores seres de este planeta.
and can be
Gracias a
successful.
todos, les quiero con mi corazón, los amo.
I love you with all my heart.
Sí, es importante.
Doesn't want to say.
Es importante.
It's a
Picture for team 3.
Picture, photo.
No sé dónde ver. Gracias.
Today we heard your stories. Today some of you came to tears at some of those stories. There was some laughter in some of the stories, but you told a story of your life. Next time we meet, you'll have new experiences. You'll have experiences of what you're doing with yourself, your learnings, your developments. You'll have stories of the people's lives you've touched, the organizations you've gone in, the public trainings you've held. Between now and the next time we meet, there's new stories coming. What stories will you tell? What stories will you tell in Bali next year? If you show up there for NSTT in Bali in 2019. If you meet us again in 2020 in Australia, what stories will you tell? Well, the stories are functions of your experience, and your experience are functions of the meanings and understandings. And what we say in neurosemantics, my wish always is your highest meanings, your highest values, your best performances. So I'm hoping the next time we meet, there's going to be some stories of synergy when you put them together so that it's meaningful performances that you're having. And in honor of the news stories that we're going to hear from you and from the people you touch, to your highest and to your best. It's been an honor. Thank you. And we end with 3 4 words. Let the party begin.